I decided that it is so pretty out here considering all the snow we had. We decided, me and Bills, that we're going to go outside and do a live for you all. We are at 80-degree weather, y'all. Let me spin my camera around. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? So we going out here. I just completed this live, and y'all know I don't know what I'm doing, but I wanted to do a live video with you all. I wanted to share with you our garden. So let me show you our garden. And this is our garden. So right now we're getting ready to go out here, Bells and I'm going to share with you what we have out here growing. And it needs water, so I'm going to go ahead and cut the water on it. But I'm going to share with you what we're working on in our garden space right now, what we have growing. And I want to show you how things are looking through all of the snow. Now, guys, we didn't wrap up anything. When we had, was it last weekend we had all that snow? We didn't wrap the garden. We didn't cover anything. And everything looks pretty darn good. It needs water. You can tell it's dry, but it looks pretty good. So I wanted to take time to share with you our garden, because this year, 2025, this isn't our first time doing gardening, but we are definitely going to get into the gardening more, considering the issues that we're having in the stores. You can't buy stuff. It's just difficult. So you want to be eating, you know, things that you are growing in your garden and you know what's in it. So, okay, guys, I'm going to flip the camera around and I'm going to show you our little garden and what we have going on, because we have some exciting things going on in the garden. Hold on. So here, when you enter the garden, this is our onion bed here. So these are the red onions, and they run right down here. I'm going to get closer, you can see them. These are the onions. And then they go all the way down. So these are the red and white on this side. And you can see some of the onions are beginning to bulb, which is a good thing, y'all. That's a good thing. The stalks are looking pretty big on them too. I'm going to swing on this side. So on the left of me is our lettuce. So this is the lettuce. This is our freckled lettuce. It looks pretty good. So I'm going to try and crop some of this. And again, remember what I said. We did not cover any of this stuff during the storm, okay? Over here by the onions, we have strawberries. These are all our strawberry plants. Here is some little, I don't know, I guess my husband just has a little thing sitting around out here that he's messing around with. That's some lettuce there. This is Brussels sprouts. So this is what the Brussels sprouts are looking like. And when you swing around this way, now this sign says these are the dwarf blue curl kale. So that's what this is here. Looks good. To have not covered it, and it was all packed in snow. All of this was covered in snow. Here is where we had the radishes, which was the icicle, short radish, cherry bell was here. We pulled all of those out, and we have devoured those. Let's go on this side. Now, here I'm going to span real quick and show you the garden so you can see what we got. Right in this bed, we don't have anything on that bed. But this bed, we have the garlic. So these are all of our garlic here. So the garlic is looking good. And guys, this is spearmint. This spearmint, I've had it now since last year or the year before. And we didn't cover it. We didn't do anything with it. And look at it. So I do need to come out here and cut it back or whatever. But that's my spearmint. Here is my not Napa. This is Copenhagen cabbages. These are the red cabbage here. Now these look a little bit, you know, like something might have happened to them from the cold weather. But I think with some water and a little feeding, they should be all right. They should bounce back. So this is what all of this is looking like. Now this right here, let's see what the tag says. This says rutabagas. So as you can see, that is what that is looking like. See that? Okay. When you swing behind me, I'm not sure what my husband has right here. I don't see a sign, but we do have something growing here. And then, guys, let me show you these beautiful. Oh, and right here, before I forget, these are Georgia collards. So these are the Georgia collards. Now, these bottom leaves, I do need to come out here and pull these off. As you can see how they're looking. But these growing out the top, look how nice and fresh these look. Isn't that pretty? And again, we did not cover these when we had that all that snow. This bed was covered in snow, all of the beds. So I'm going to come out and break off the bottom leaves. But as you can see, it looks pretty doggone good. Look at it. Beautiful, beautiful. This is Brussels sprouts, I want to say. Because it looks like those over there. So I think this is Brussels sprouts. Here is our cabbages. Excuse me, carrots. These are the carrots. Now these look so good. So I bet we have some nice carrots in there. All down in here. I didn't think this was going to stand back up with all that snow that was on top of it, but they did. So when we stand here, I just want to stand in the corner so you can kind of get a Bella. What I told you about that garden? Get out. Out. When you stand here, you can see our entire garden. What Bella is doing is trying to find the eggshells and take them out the garden. That's what she's in here doing, y'all. See, my husband got eggshells sitting over here, and we let him put them out here and let them break down. Get out there, my garden. Out. So anyway, let me close this door to keep her out of there. Now I'm going to show you the front of the garden. In the front of the garden, we have some flowers out here in these white pots. And hopefully they'll come back. I call them my purple queen. There is my hydrangea. And as you can see, the hydrangea is putting out, y'all. You see all them little tips? Hydrangea is getting ready to put out. This thing gets huge every year. We're going to go around this way. Here is my mama rose here. It is doing good. But we're going to cut her all the way back because it gets really big. So I want to cut it back. Here are some onions my husband has here in this small bed up front. And they're looking good. So the reason we haven't really planted up a lot of our beds on the outside of the garden is because of the deer. The deer has really been giving us a run for our money, and they've been giving us a hard time. So that's why you won't see, some of the beds don't have anything in them yet, and that's because of the deer. This bed is my herb bed. I normally put basil, rosemary, thyme. So we're going to have to clean this bed out and replant all of my herbs. Here is a knockout rose here. Here's a knockout rose here. But in the middle, this is our Arctic Frost Satsuma tree. See how big it's gotten? It has not given us any fruit yet, but it's looking pretty good. Some of the leaves look like they might have had a little something happen from the cold or whatever, but I'm sure that they'll come back. Now, when you swing here, you see this wire here, the way we have this wrapped around the tree. This normally covers, we try and use that to close off the garden. Let me show you. When you walk around this way, there's an opening right here. So we have the two big beds here. We have the bed here. We have the bed here and the arch. And this was a design my husband came up with. And you walk through here. But with that wire, we can kind of like pull it across. Try and keep the deer out of here as much as possible. So far, they have not been over here because we don't have anything out here growing yet. But my husband does have his garlic, if you can see that. And so far, they haven't bothered the garlic. So we have the garlic out there. And then this year, well, last year, we had tomatoes here. So we still have the tomato plant here. We never pulled it out. But we have this thing wrapped up so that when we put something out here, prayerfully, we can keep it from the deer. The tomatoes grew up on the arch. And it was really nice coming out here and picking our vegetables. So we're going to go through the arch. Two big beds here. This bed has got onions in it. So my husband did put some onions out. So we have onions in this bed. And then this is another spearmint plant, as you can see. It looks good considering all the snow. I mean, I'm just impressed. Here is the tomato wall. We never pulled out the tomatoes from last year. We still have them in here. This year, we're only planting paste tomatoes, tomatoes that we can use to make sauce. So I told my husband to make sure we get, I think it's Roma tomatoes that we're going to use. So yeah, so we're getting ready to start planting up these beds. But overall, our garden looks pretty good, I will say. So come right here. We don't have anything planted here. I think it was last year we had collards and kale planted in here. So nothing right now, because again, we'll just be feeding the deer if we put anything out here. This is our greenhouse. So this little greenhouse has been holding up, y'all. $25 greenhouse. It's been holding up beautifully. So the shelf you see inside the wooden one, my husband made that. And we do have that on our Gardening with the Tillery's playlist if you're interested in seeing it. That is a shelving he made. And then we have other shelves in there for our little seeds when we're starting our seeds. Now when you come on around this side, this is our big wall here. The garden bed on this wall. This is normally where we put our collards, onions, radishes, all of that normally is on this wall. But the deer will, they wipe everything out. So this year we haven't utilized this yet. But when we do, we already got it pretty much together. We just going to come in here and weed it, toil up the soil, make sure the pipes are still good because we have our water lines run. And we are ready to go. Here is a thornless blackberry bush here that needs some attention because as you can see, I think we have ants in here. Let me see. Let's see. Yeah, see them ants? Child. Yeah, we got some answers in that one. But anyway, something in my nail too. But anyway, right here what you have is my husband made me these 2 flower beds because I wanted flowers to beautify the garden. Everything we had out here, we had foxgloves, just all kind of things. Honey, the deer came out here and they demolished it. The deer ate up everything. So we don't have any flowers out here right now. We do have some fruit trees out here. I'm going to take you over here first and show you the apple tree. So we do have 2 apple trees back here. This one right here, which is not doing well. This is a gala apple. Prayerfully, it will make it and come back. Because last year, this little tree never really did much. It just sat there. It didn't do a lot. So we're hopeful that that one will come back and put out. This is blueberries. That's a blueberry tree. This little piece here is a blueberry tree. We had 3 blueberries back here. That's a blueberry. What's the left of it, y'all? And then this is a blueberry tree. Okay. This one is the only apple tree that we had. We got 1 apple last year, y'all. And I think the darn deer took that. But this is a yellow delicious apple. And it gave us 1 apple last year. Prayerfully, we'll get another apple this year. Or more than 1, actually. Here, when you swing around, this is our grapevine. This is the back of it. I love the way my husband created that, the way it looks. So let's go in the front so I can show you what that looks like. We're hopeful that we might get some grapes this year. That's what we're wanting. So we shall see. Bella, you have some poop back here I need to pick up. But anyway, this is the grapevine. So this is 1, that's 1, and this is 1. Now, the names of them, I'm not sure. I know we got Scorpionine out here. That one is a Concord grape. I might be wrong. If my husband is watching my live, prayerfully, he will put the name of these grapevines in the video for us. But, yeah, but this is what the grapevine is looking like. Isn't that pretty? I love the way it's laid out. Now, guys, behind us, this beautiful tree here, this thing was so tall and so pretty. This is our Belle of Georgia peach. And let me tell you, the deer came out here and the deer decided that they wanted to have at this tree. So needless to say, they broke a big piece out the center that we think died. But we are still holding on to it because we don't want to give up on it. I don't think it's gone yet. I think there's still some life in it. So we're going to just watch it and prayerfully it will put back out. So the plan is this year to have this whole area covered in beautiful food. We want food out here because you can't go in the supermarket hardly and buy anything that don't have a recall, vegetables and stuff like that. So that's what we're trying to do. We had raspberries out here as well. But when that storm came, Hurricane Helena came, let me just stand and show you. All of this used to be covered in beautiful trees back there. behind that fence. We ain't got that no more. Because Hurricane Helene wiped out all of that. It's all gone. So now where this area used to be real shady, I got a feeling I'm gonna be able to put more sun-loving plants out here, especially around my shade tree there, because that used to be just mainly for shade-loving plants. Guys, we had a good breeze going today too. But anyway, we had raspberries out here, which I don't see them now. So I'm assuming that, you know, with the storm and us trying to, we had someone come out here and clean our yard, kind of like get some of these big trees up. They got demolished. Over here, that's my limelight hydrangea, gardenia hydrangea there. I think I had a tree over here, but when the storm came and you see the devastation, the destruction over here, I don't know what I had over here now. This is what we're left with. We still got to try and get this area closed off, get this tree out of here. That's been a struggle. The deer come in through here, they come in on that side. They just have that out of our yard and do what they want anymore. So that's the plan, is trying to get this yard closed in. And we're going to be doing a lot of outside stuff this year, because we realize that we got to grow our own food so that we can be healthy and, you know, eat things that's not going to make us sick. If that's what we want to do, we got to grow it. So we're going to be bringing you all along with us as we are trying to repair our home area, which is the fence back here, and grow our garden and get all of that filled in and get our food to growing. And what I love about the layout of our yard, guys, is the fact that we have our garden right here, and then my husband has his big smoker right here. And I told him, he don't use his smoker near enough. I bought him this smoker, and about 5 years ago, this smoker comes with a place to put all of his wood. This holds a propane tank. We can cook out here on it. You have 2 fireboxes on here. You have one right here. That's a firebox. You can cook in these 2 doors here. I love the fact that you got this nice big ledge here to sit things on. You can smoke in this part here. You have another firebox right here. And then this is a huge smoker on this, no, excuse me, warmer on this end. And I told him he's gonna have to start using this thing because it costs us a pretty penny and he needs to start using it. So it's gonna be so nice to have peppers out here. You could take them right out the garden, wash them off, and bring them right over here and put them on this grill. It's going to be so nice this summer. I cannot wait. And I want to bring you all with us. So this year, hold on. This year, 2025, we plan to be getting in the yard more. We're getting outside. We're coming out the house. We are going to be doing some things in the house, which will be simple things like changing light fixtures and little minor things, maybe some painting. But the bulk of our stuff is going to be done outside. So we're going to be getting outside. We're going to be growing our vegetables, trying to get our fruit trees back up and going. We may even expand this garden. We don't know yet. But we know we're going to be getting on my husband's boat. He has a boat. We have one back here. That's our, I call it the little fixer-upper. But the other boat we have out front, that boat is pretty much ready. So I'm praying that we can get that on the water so we can start fishing, crabbing. I mean, I just want to get out this year. I have lost about almost 80 pounds. And I feel so much better on my feet. I can take the heat now. And we're just going to get out and we're going to enjoy our summer. And we plan to bring you all along with us. So if you're interested in keeping up with the Tilleries and what we are putting in the garden and what we're growing and how much food, this year we want to see how much food we can get up our garden. And I told my husband, I don't want to overgrow, because one year, my husband is a person that he's going to grow. But I don't want to grow so much stuff that is more than I can eat, because I don't eat that much now. But we want to be a blessing to others, you know, as well. But the plan is to get this garden up and running. Add more things to it. Today I need to cut the water on and let the garden get nice and watered. Then he should be home tonight, and then maybe tomorrow we'll get out here. We may go live again tomorrow, so anyone who missed this live, stay tuned and check back in tomorrow, because we're going to go live again tomorrow. And I'm planning on bringing you all along with us for the next live. We are going to be sharing with you. Bells, what are you doing? Let's go. Come on. Let's go. We're going to be sharing with you all anything that we learn. We're going to share it with you all. And anything that you learn that might be a help to us, you share it with us. If you have a YouTube channel, drop your name below and we'll definitely check you out. And let's just work together and help each other, because we don't know it all. We don't claim to know it all. We are learning. And so anything that you can tell us that'll help us, we will gladly appreciate it. This little area right here, let me show you. This is an area my husband's been working on. This is where we grow our potatoes at last year or the year before. And so this is where he puts his leaves, and he's just letting it break down in here, almost like our little compost bed here. And then we have these big buckets that we're going to be growing some stuff in as well. So guys, we have a lot of things that we're going to be doing, and we want to bring you all along with us. So be sure to follow us, subscribe to our channel, and just come along with us and see what we can get into together as a family. Join the family, because we don't act funny over here. You see that spot there? We did our first oyster roast around Christmas. I think it was Christmas Eve. I told my husband I enjoyed it so much I want to do it again. I want to do it again because I really enjoyed it. It was so nice and relaxing. So yeah, so we want to bring you all along with us. So I'm going to end the live here. And I'm asking you all to subscribe to the channel, watch the video, give us a thumbs up. And until next time, you all be safe. God bless.